Two teams with very different records at this FIFA U-17 Women's World Cup. South Africa took their first ever point in their 0-0 draw with Mexico. And Japan really have excelled in this competition, runners-up 2 years ago at the U-17s. And they're looking to build on that and see if they can go one better and take the trophy home with them. The match official comes from Canada. All smiles for the South African women. Similar story for Japan, who are looking forward to this game. Japan ring the changes for their second match in the group. They changed both their central defenders. So Nagai and Nishino come in. Ito moves from fullback to play on the right wing. And their super sub, number 11, Tomoko Tanaka, starts the game rather than being introduced from the bench. Both assistants come from Jamaica. Two captains then, Ito of Japan, with number 6s, and Sol Holmany of South Africa. South Africa have their playmaker, number 10, Dlamini, back from suspension. Both twins, Jube and Spume Shamasi, start the match on either wing for South Africa. Vilakazi gets a starting berth behind the lone striker for South Africa, number 9, Chelsea Daniels. Can South Africa go one better? After claiming a point in their opening game, now it's this meeting with Japan before they head to Montevideo tonight in preparation for their game against Brazil. Confirmation of the substitutes. Number 20, just at the bottom right-hand corner of your caption there. Felile Magama is unavailable after suffering from concussion in the opening game. Indeed, she spent some time at the Montevideo hospital recovering. Japanese coach. Osawa will play in attack. There's the South African coach. And it's South Africa who get the football match underway against Japan. South Africa in the green jerseys. And immediately on the attack, trying to win the ball through Vilakazi, who's a really good dribbler. Lays the ball off to Dlamini. Off for Chelsea Daniels to chase, and Daniels has got there first. The goal is empty at the moment, and Japan run it out of defence. They run it into Vilakazi. Shot comes in on target. It's a good one by Dlamini. That's a positive start by South Africa. They supported Chelsea Daniels and managed to get the first shot away in anger. This one cleared by Gubain. In fact, it's throw into Japan on the far side to be taken by their number 14, Yoshizumi. Tanaka looking for the ball. South Africa win it back. South Africa's last appearance in the tournament before Uruguay 2010, when they lost all 3 group games. But they've already improved on that. or when he gets it clear, Daniels flicks on. Jubei Shamasi. Ito calling for the ball, but it's back with Tomioka, and now with Ito. She's the playmaker, by the way. Didn't look like it there, did it? Here's this chance for South Africa early on, and intercepted by Nishono. This was suspicion of handball. Spume Shamasi has a twin sister playing on the other wing. Ito. Tomioka. Olweni. Disappointing clearance by Holweni from the Durban Ladies Club, most capped player in the group. Holweni. Japan very technically gifted. Didn't really finish their chances off too well in their opening game. With Brazil, maybe will rue that dropped couple of points. Nishino. Oh, there's been a mistake here. Great opportunity for Japan to take the lead, and they do just that. And we have a goal in Group B. Asawa on target, but there was a dreadful mix-up at the back. 4 minutes in, Asawa makes it 1-0. This should have been a routine clearance. Nishino got the ball into Osawa. And that really disappointing clearance, or lack of clearance by Gubain. Met it with a wrong foot, really. She should have put her left boot through it. She's a right-footed player. We have liftoff in Group B. Ito. Tomioka. All the way back to Oba, the goalkeeper. Yoshizumi. Just joined us. Japan have taken an early lead in this game against South Africa at the U-17 Women's World Cup in Maldonado. We're just beginning to settle down. That ball played in towards Ito, but cut out by Olweni, who's on a yellow card and would miss the next game if she were booked. Knockout. Ito. Ito drifts inside Holweni. Ray taking no chances at all. Vin Vogel waits on a line as Tomioka prepares to take the corner. 13 there is Yamamoto. It's a dangerous one for the goalkeeper. Flick back. Chelsea Daniels intercepts for South Africa and forces the ball to safety. Daniels from the University of Western Cape, relative newcomer to the squad. She's the sole striker in the South African team. Another good ball. Ito might get that. Picked up by Vin Vogel. Easily intercepted, though, by Kinoshita. Spume Shamasi. And this will really test the mettle of the South African team after conceding that early goal. Tomioka to take the free kick. Kinoshita. Yamamoto. And delivers a decent ball. Vin Vogel takes it. Tanaka was waiting. Daniels underneath it and nudges the ball down. That's better. Spume Shamasi. That's neatly done, Holweni. Shamasi loses out. 15 is Nishino. Tanaka giving chase, but the ball's out of play. Here's that mistake again, which will haunt the defender. Nishino. Nako. Yoshizumi getting it wide to Yamamoto. Looking for Tanaka, but unable to pick her out. Vin Vogel. (13) is Yamamoto. Ito, well, it was intended for Ito. She's got a bit of work to do here. And does well to drag the ball back to the fullback Tomioka. Throw into Japan. Daniels. No real chance to control the ball. Yoshizumi. Shamasi. Shlamini. It's a lovely ball round the corner by Osawa. Can't pick out Ito, but the intent was quite clear. You can probably see Japan just getting into their groove and beginning to put pressure on the South African defence, and they seek another goal. Easier said than done. Opening 10 minutes, Japan have shaded it, and they have that early breakthrough to take them top of the group for the time being. Of course, Brazil play later against Mexico. Shlamini. Well, that's a great touch by Osawa. Off to Yamamoto. Oh, she put the ball through the legs of the twin on the far side. Lovely piece of skill, and Japan really have been buoyed on in terms of confidence by that opening goal. And let's see if they can build on it. Tomioka. And Japan press again. Well, that was a shot on goal rather than a cross. But the intention of Kinoshita was quite clear, to try and drift this one in. Slightly too much on the shot come cross. But look, Kinoshita really enjoying her football. Youngest player in the squad, but hugely influential in the qualifiers. And her job is the playmaker. And here's South Africa's playmaker, Shlamini. Tomioka. And they're free here with their number 6, Ito. Tomioka. Tomioka thought about crossing the ball. Osawa. Tomioka. Knockout. Ito. Knockout. Foul by Wade on Tanaka. Free kick to Japan. This is always likely to be South Africa's sternest test in this group stage. Tomioka to take the free kick for Japan, who lead by 1-0. And that really is a wasteful effort. South Africa's coach barking instructions to her team. And really the shame of it is that their clearest opportunity came from a very poor mistake by Kubain, which allowed Japan to take the lead. Osawa on target 4 minutes in, and that's the goal which separates the two teams. Shemasi, that's Spume Shemasi, number 13. South Africa's throw. Olweni to take it. She's thrown the ball straight out of play. She'll have another opportunity to try and pick out a teammate. Olweni, all the experience in the South African team. Spume Shemasi gives away the free kick. She Whacked into Tanaka. Canadian official telling Shamasi that this is the second time she's done that. I think she's on her last warning. 3 strikes and you're out. Well, it wouldn't be out, it would be a yellow card, I guess, but I think the warning has been laid down to Spume Shamasi. Free kick taken by Tomioka. Tanaka, and smothered by goalkeeper Vin Vogel. Vilakazi. Tomioka. Tomioka again just shielded the ball well. This is where Japan really looked impressive indeed. Tomioka. As soon as the commentator says Japan look impressive, they do something like that. Rare mistake, having said that. Slight difference in formations. Japan with a very rigid 4-4-2. South Africa with a back 4, then a holding midfield player, kind of diamond in front of the back 4. Mokoena just harnessing defensive midfield role. Two wingers, the twins, Shamasi, and then the top of the diamond, Vilakazi, who hasn't really got in the game so far. She plays just behind Chelsea Daniels. This is Daniels, gets a flick on. Tomioka, Vilakazi, Shamasi. Get out easily by Nako. Kinoshita. Great vision. Picks out Yamamoto. Yoshizumi in support. Two wide players combine. Tanaka's there. Didn't quite make contact, and it's going to be a goal kick. For all Japan's superiority of possession, their only goal has come from a mistake. And it's Vin Vogel with the goal kick. So we head for the midway point of the first half. If you're wondering where we are in the world, imagine South America, the eastern coast. Trace the eastern coast down to where Uruguay and Argentina meet on either side of the River Plate. We're right on the very edge of that coastal area before it dips into the River Plate on one side and the Atlantic on the other. Here's Vilakazi. Left the ball behind, picks it up again. Tomioka, and she's been caught heavily. Caught by Famini. I think the actual pronunciation is Shlamini, but it's probably more for an African tongue than mine. Tomioka with a free kick. Still Japan with a slight advantage. Single goal to their name. Only goal scored in the group so far. Tomioka. Yamamoto. Nakao getting it wide. Yoshizumi. Ito. Just about got clear. Nakao getting it down. 2-0 to Japan. The cross from Tomioka just too good. And it's Osawa again on the score sheet. All smiles for Japan. She was not properly picked up. Clever play. Tomioka's drifted cross. And Wade couldn't get there. But number 12, Osawa, did. And she scores her second goal of the game. I'm not sure Wade knew that Osawa was behind her. Well, that puts a very different complexion on the game. Osawa with her second goal of the match. Well, South Africa needs something quickly, unless Japan are going to turn the screw and try put this game beyond South Africa, even in these early stages. Shamasi. Twin sister almost got there. Here's the start of the show so far. Osawa. Tanaka tried to win it. Osawa did, and there's plenty of space on that far side. Kimishita. Osawa. Tried to pick out Tanaka. Osawa tried to get the ball, and as soon as South Africa appeared to be under pressure, they just happy to get the ball upfield. That's more like it by Shamasi. Vilakazi, the intended target. Lovely interception. Japan press again. And it's Yamamoto. Had the beating of the fullback. Tomioka. Kimishita. Osawa. Tomioka, who supplied the cross for the second goal. Nakao. Nakao. Osawa. It's all Japan at the moment. You'd think that Japan were trailing the way they're pressing and harrying South Africa into an error, but technically they are very, very strong indeed. Ito. Tomioka missed it. Vilakazi, that just isn't good enough to pick out Daniels. Daniels harrying, trying to force a mistake out of Nakao. That's better. Good interception, and then a poor pass intercepted in turn. Nagai throw into Japan. Such a lovely flighted ball, but really Wade had no idea what was going on behind her. And you can see the disappointment written all over her face. And there's Tanaka almost through here for Japan. And picked up by Ito. And Ito again. Lovely dummy. Osawa, who's on a hat-trick. And just pulls it wide. She almost claimed the first half hat-trick inside half an hour there. Just for the moment, there's not a lot South Africa can do to halt the impressive charge of Japan as they press forward looking for more goals. Osawa. Tanaka wins it back. Tanaka, who has the tag of super sub, she's often come on to turn a game in Japan's favour. Invited to start this game. Vilakazi calling for it. Daniels. Tomioka provided the assist for the second goal. Good covering by Sibuleli Holweni. Tomioka. Throwing goes South Africa's way, trailing by 2-0. Daniels. Vilakazi in support. And that is a rather disappointing effort by Vilakazi. From that sort of distance, it's very difficult to beat the goalkeeper unless you provide something extra special. Tomioka. Ito with the throw, and Holweni just switched off for a moment. Ito. Nagai. Ito. Holweni. Both teams swapping possession. Daniels. Oh, there's an opening here. Shlamini. And still Shlamini. And that's going to be a corner. That's more like it by South Africa. Shlamini making progress, forcing a block by Nagai. And South Africa have this corner kick. And by goodness, they need a goal. Goalkeeper's got nowhere near it, but nobody else has. Daniels. think it was Villakazi who had the shot. No, it was Spume Shamasi who had the shot, which was blocked. Daniels waits for another corner kick, which Spume Shamasi will take from the Durban ladies team. It's a rather unusual clearance. Japan lucky to get it back. Cleared up field by Nakao. Nakao scored the vital goal in the third and fourth place playoff game against China in the Asian Championships to book a place in Uruguay. Longo. Villakazi. Stabbed through. Offside. And there's going to be a slight stoppage here. Quite clearly the flag was correct. And it's Jubei Shamasi who seems to have damaged herself. Just mistimed her run ever so slightly. There might have been a strong call for a foul there by Yoshizumi, but all that really didn't make any difference because she was offside. So treatment will continue off the pitch as Japan take this free kick for offside. I think the referee wants the treatment to go a little bit further away from the playing surface. Tomioka. Nakao. 16 is Kimishita, central midfield player for Japan. Tanaka waiting in the middle. Sawa too, if the ball ever comes away. Yoshizumi. Clever idea. Sawa brought down, and that's going to be a penalty kick. Once again, Wade, it appears, in trouble. Wade, who lost her marker for the second goal, just impeded Asawa, and that could be a chance for a third. I think it was the right arm across the body of the Japanese player which was her undoing. There'll be no hat-trick chance for Asawa. It's going to be Tanaka from the penalty spot. And driven home, and Japan lead by 3-0. Somewhat ironically, Tanaka missed a penalty in the shootout against South Korea at the Asian Championship semi-final, which ended 1-1. And I imagine there's a few tears of relief here that on the big stage in Uruguay at the Women's World Cup U-17, this penalty expertly dispatched. So the game comprehensively in Japan's advantage now. Wade. Chlamini. Very tricky play, managed to drag the ball back across. Japan get the ball to safety. Tanaka, who just converted that spot kick. Osawa, who's scored 2, Tanaka 1. Corner kick to Japan. Well, that's a disappointing ball. And another disappointing miss this time by Nishino. Probably the first time Japan have committed 2 errors in the space of a few seconds. Holweni to take the throw. Daniels shielding the ball well, trying to turn her opponent. And again. South Africa qualified, finishing 3rd in the section of Africa, behind Ghana and Cameroon. They both had greater experience. The big surprise was that Nigeria missed out from the African group. Nishino. Ito. A good attempt by Ito to keep the ball alive, but with 5 minutes to go to the break, Japan in control of this football match. Tanaka. And Japan free again here. Osawa, who's on a hat-trick. Osawa shoots, doesn't quite come off. And that is going to be the 4th goal for Japan. Ito on target. Osawa's shot blocked. It fell very kindly to Ito. And her shot crept under the goalkeeper, Vin Vogel, who has a quiet word with Wade. Not much Vin Vogel could do. So was shot blocked, and it just was an inviting opportunity for Sarah Ito. Tomioka. Osawa. Ito, who's just scored and through again here. Trying to pick out Osawa. Comes out to Tomioka. Ito. Nakao. Ito. And out by Holwenny. It's going to be a corner kick. Tomioka. Ito. Osawa. Sibuleli, Holwenny with the throw. Tanaka. Osawa. I think she saw the headlines written for her there as she drew back her right boot. Already scored twice in this first half. Being played onside by Gubain. Daniels nudges the ball on. Tanaka. Nako. So 2 minutes of stoppage time being added on. Wade makes sure the ball crosses the line, so it's going to be a goal kick. Jessica Wade has had a tough first half in the heart of the South African defence, giving away a penalty kick. And also misjudging a cross from Tomioka, which Osawa converted. Kirishita. Maybe time for one last Japanese raid. Nakao. Well, that really has been an outstanding first half for Japan. They've taken the chances that have come their way. Some have been gift-wrapped, admittedly. Asawa's helped herself to a couple of goals. Tanaka's scored from the penalty spot. Ito made it 4-0. But Japan very much in the driving seat at half-time in this Group B game from the U-17 Women's World Cup. Half-time score is Japan 4, South Africa 0.